It is blowing a storm out here right now, but if you want to find out what's getting on with my Katsura Maple Airlayer, with my Evergreen Elaeagnus and my Oak Fusion project, hang around. It'll be pretty gripping. Well, maybe not gripping, but it'll be interesting. Now the next update is clearly going to relate to my Katsura Maple. And just to remind you, and I'm sure most of you have seen it, here's just a little look at what happened thanks to the help from Yella of Growing Bonsai.
Hey Xavier, yeah, I'm here. Why? What's up? Interesting question. What to do with your nice maple? That's an awful nebari. The bark between the scar and the roots is probably partially dead. Just below the split there is also a scar. But one thing that I thought you could do is you could look into getting a trunk out of there.
Talk to the trunk.
Now if you look a little bit further into the tree and you go up in the canopy, you have this one branch with a very steep bend in it. I could see that as a cascade.
It appears to be a symptom of cascade failure.
Okay, well clearly you see that the Airlayers took and we had a lot of success. Both went into pond baskets, and because of my eagerness to separate, so to speak, I separated the Airlayer in the wrong place and we lost a branch that was going to be nicely up here, which if you look at that composition would have filled a beautiful place at the top. But how are things going? Well, I know we've got lots of little roots that are poking out from down here. And that's what I love about the pond baskets, but more of that in a later video. The thing I like about maple is generally you can tell if an area is healthy or not. Especially with the maples, they'll have that rich, reddy sort of colour to them, which we associate with maple. And when they don't have that colour, then generally we can go, not looking too good. So should we look a bit closer? Nice redness in the branches here, here, here. Clearly we have a little bit of death in the family just there, but we have got here nice healthy red buds, and here, here, so all on this side we're fine. Healthy buds here. Looks like we're okay on this side. We've got budding here and here at the bases and here, so I'm looking good on this side. Lower here we've got this nice healthy pinky red, and all of those look like we've got potential bud heads there. Now here we've got discoloration. And normally I could look at that and think, oh dear, we're going to lose the branch. But if you look further along, nice healthy red following through, and there are some buds there. Looks like we're good up here and up here. So really all I need to do is probably, I don't even need to, I'll just do a little bit of neatening up. But I'll be honest, I'm going to pretty well leave this one alone. So overall, I'm happy that this in itself is going to be a raging success. So happy, and I'm happy I put it in the pond basket with the Kaizen number 2 soil. Now I'm sure you remember that the main point of this whole operation, truthfully, was when Yella taught me about the potential for a cascade in there, and that's what grabbed me and that's what made me go for it. Well, here it is, trying to put it on the angle it may well come to. We've got a nice lower level here, potentially here, and then something up here, and then we will try and build the apex from this up here. I'm actually really quite confident that it's achievable. And in terms of looking at health of the tree itself, as with the other one, there's little root ends coming out of the pond basket holes, still nice healthy red branching, and where it's not healthy it's clear, there's white there, so that's an area that's died off, and we can probably do something about that. That could be one of the jobs I could do now, and it's still a thing I do on my maples in autumn, just go around and clean them up a bit. So that's the cascade, which of course leads us to the other question, the third one, what's actually happened to the base? No, we haven't had this sparkling out flush of new growth or anything like that, but if you think about the time of the season when it's happened, you know, this was separated in September, not traditionally known as a time for new shoots to come out, and certainly I don't have enough knowledge of how the maple bases will do, but I've had a lot of people say that if it's healthy under there we may well see some sort of sprouting in the spring. It's going to go in the greenhouse, I suppose I could check and see whether at least beneath the surface there's signs of life and do the scratch test on it. So should we do that? And I don't know how well you can see, but just here around the edges there's definitely still the green that I associate with a healthy looking tree. And this has been separated for a good few months. Even the core there, where the soft sapwood is, that's still fairly fresh. Does that mean we can expect good things for 2024? You tell me. In terms of aftercare, again, I'll throw it out to yourselves. I am inclined for this to treat it like a Yamadori stump. If the roots are healthy, there's signs of life in the veins, I might just use the black bag technique. Cover it over, see if we can create sort of a sweat box for it, and leave it in the cold frame right through the winter, and have a peek at it in the spring. Yeah, that's the Katsura Maple double air layer experiment, and generally pretty happy. Come on, who thinks I like fusion projects? This should be an indication of the answer. A while back I was mucking about with the oak saplings that I had, and Tony had been going on and on about me, Tony of Tony's Bonsai, God rest his soul, saying I should try a fusion. And I had a word with Kenneth, who really does some good fusion, and said I might try oak. And if you haven't seen me put this together, the link is in the description and is coming up somewhere on the screen here. And this was half-hearted, I'll be honest. It's not my favourite thing, fusion, unless it's for a specific, to make a tri-trunk or a bi-trunk mother-daughter arrangement. I did that with a couple of maples. But I threw, I don't know, is there 10 or so of these, wrapped them around this bit of driftwood that's been hanging around in my garage for about 3 years, not knowing what to do with it. And I said, you know what, let's find out what happens. So here it is. Well, it's got leaves, and there's life, and, well, there definitely won't be any fusion, I know that. Will I add more to it? I don't know. I think this will be one of these projects where hopefully it'll grip me. But either way, and I think I said at the time, the best thing about this is it will continue to grow. I'm not intending to do any pruning on it next year. I just want it to grow. I want the trunks to thicken, and we'll take it from there. But yeah, I have no idea. Anyway, that's my oak fusion update. Not much more I can say about it, really. Actually, I lied. There is one more thing I can say about it. It has a ginormous white root coming from the base. I guess that means it's alive. Good on you. Now, this Elaeagnus is featured in a number of videos on my channel. Not the most popular tree, but I've always said that it has lots of challenges, and for the UK it's brilliant as an evergreen. You get to do lots of work on it, and you've seen I've done a number of things through the year, including doing a full leaf defoliation in early spring to push out this sort of growth later in the year. This is actually the second set of leaves, and I will be pruning these hardback in spring to do exactly the same thing. And I've had some absolutely tremendous success with this and really enjoyed working on it. It is really starting its bonsai journey from a nursery shrub that nobody wanted. They call it a silverberry, and mainly because you see the leaves have this really incredible, I don't know if it's almost coppery, but yeah, absolutely brilliant, love it. It's an easy to care for tree, and I don't know, perhaps I'm biased, but put a thumbs up in the comments if you actually think this is starting to develop into a decent semi-bonsai, shall we say, but the shape is coming on. But yeah, absolutely love it. And it doesn't need winter protection or anything. It'll just sit down the bottom of the garden like I used to. So from Xavier in my bonsai retreat. Hope you got something out of that. But in our next update, we're going to be having a look at my Chinese elm Cascade, my Japanese white pine, a jade, and also my sage bonsai. I think you'll enjoy that too. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Happy bonsaiing. Cheers.